Day 9 of training camp is over, and Courdarelle Patterson is honestly looking pretty dope as a running back so far. What's up, guys? I'm back with another training camp recap, giving you guys all the latest training camp news on a daily basis for the Chicago Bears. And I'm almost done with the series. We only got like a couple more days of training camp left. I believe only 2 more days, is it? I'll have to look it up, but I feel like we only have 2 more days. We have a preseason game coming up on Thursday, so I'll probably make a video on that. I won't be doing like my predictions for that because it's pointless to predict a preseason game. So I will be doing a post-game analysis, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, this video is probably going to be a little bit shorter than usual because I'm working on a hype video today and I want to make sure that gets out, pretty soon because the season is almost here. So stay tuned for that video. But let's get right into the recap. I'm going to start by talking about Prince Amukamara because Prince Amukamara had a phenomenal day today. He had 2 interceptions. One pick was in the end zone on a Roquan Smith tipped pass that was meant for Adam Shaheen. Roquan tipped it, so Adam Shaheen did not catch it, and it landed in Prince Amukamara's hands, who lateraled the ball to Eddie Goldman, who went all the way for the pick 6. So that was a pretty fun play. And also he had another pick in the end zone on a pass intended for Allen Robinson. So 2 end zone interceptions, protecting the end zone. I love to see that. Prince Amukamara has actually been having a really solid training camp so far, but not too many people have been talking about him because he's not like that top 3, top 5 player that players like Kyle Fuller or like Khalil Mack or Eddie Jackson are. But I mean, he's still a solid all-around, very good cornerback for us, a very good, very solid number 2 cornerback. So I'm very happy to see him still making plays in training camp so far. I remember last year he had the goal of having 10 interceptions, I think, which he did not come close to, but maybe this year if he keeps on improving. I mean, he is getting older now, so you're not going to see that much improvement from him per se, but maybe he can somehow make more plays, maybe get closer to that goal of 10 interceptions, but I doubt it. Regardless, he's a very solid football player, and I'm happy to see him making plays in training camp so far. Let's talk about Courdarelle Patterson now. And Courdarelle Patterson, I'm saying it now, he's going to be one of the most underrated signings of the entire offseason because of how versatile he is. Today he was taking snaps with the running backs, right? He was taking a bunch of snaps with them. He has done this, earlier in training camp too, but today he was doing a lot of them. And when he took snaps at running back today, he looked extremely fast, right? He looked like an actual running back. And that is because he did this with the Patriots like a lot of last season. You remember last season, a lot of the Patriots running backs got injured. Sony Michel got injured. A bunch of other running backs got injured as well. So they were left with no choice but to convert Courdarelle Patterson into a running back. And he had a lot of success doing that. They won a Super Bowl with him doing that. Although I'm not sure how many carries he had in the Super Bowl. But regardless, he helped them get to the Super Bowl by playing running back. So Patterson can absolutely play running back for us. I love that Matt Nagy now has so many different options, so many, versatile players on this roster that, I mean, you can put a wide receiver at running back, you can put a running back at wide receiver. So the opposing defense will just never know what to expect. And I mean, looking at Courdarelle Patterson, he's a pretty big dude. He has a lot of strength in his lower body, a lot of strength in his upper body as well. So you're probably going to see him truck some people over, yet he still has that elite speed, so he can still run by you, just down the sideline or directly through the middle. So there's so much versatility in this game, and I think that Matt Nagy will definitely be using him in a lot of different ways this season. Now let's talk about Ridley. So Ridley has not had a pretty good training camp so far because he's been injured pretty much throughout the entirety of it. He only played for the first time yesterday, and he did not play that much yesterday. I went to training camp. I didn't really see him catch that many balls, but today was his actual first day of full solid practice, and he looked pretty decent today. He made a lot of nice catches. He was playing with the second and third team, so playing with the backups, but I saw him, make a pretty good catch over Duke Shelley on Twitter. So it just seems like so far he's making some pretty good plays, making good use of his reps, but he hasn't had that much of it. I think his injury really put him behind the depth chart. Otherwise, maybe you could have seen him as potentially our number 4 receiver, but I mean, he hasn't had a chance to show what he can do so far. This year, I feel like he's going to be buried on the depth chart because of this, unless some injuries happen. Let's also talk about Trubisky and how he played today, and reporters on Twitter said that Trubisky actually had his best day of training camp so far today. Now, it's important to keep in mind that they were not playing in full pads, so it was not like a real football practice, but still, man, to see Trubisky making quick reads, being very accurate with the ball, having good ball placement, just being decisive, it's a really positive thing. He had a ton of good throws to Allen Robinson today. It seems like he's always on the money to A-Rob. I saw Anthony Miller was being used more today as well, and just overall throughout all of his throws, it seemed like he had a purpose today. He knew where he was going with every single pass, and obviously he did make mistakes because it is the number one defense in the NFL, but I mean, you just have to try to limit your mistakes, and that is something that I feel like he did today. There's an article that Jeff Dickinson, an ESPN staff writer, wrote today about Trubisky that I think it's a must read for all of you guys because it talks about Trubisky in training camp, why he is making mistakes, kind of what type of philosophy Matt Nagy is having for Trubisky in training camp so far. And by reading that article, I'll summarize it in a couple words. It's pretty much that Matt Nagy is testing a lot of things out with Trubisky during this training camp, and that's why Trubisky is also making more mistakes than usual, right? Nagy's putting him in certain situations that Trubisky has not seen in recent years or, in practice ever. So obviously being put in a new situation like that, you are probably going to make some mistakes, especially against a defense this good. They're playing a lot of situational football, so like, for example, saying that it's 4th and 7 and the game is on the line. Now say it is 4th and 7 and Trubisky needs one more pass to keep the chains rolling, and he needs to complete it like on the sidelines or something because the time is running out. Now sometimes on the sidelines, us fans cannot recognize that, so when Trubisky forces a pass somewhere, we'll be like, why did you force that pass? I mean, you had a ton more time. You could have, kept it inbound someplace. Well, Trubisky needed to force the pass there because it was 4th and 7 and the game is on the line. You have no other option. In a real game, that's something you would do. So it's just stuff like that sometimes we on the sidelines cannot properly, see. Matt Nagy knows what he is doing. He's testing out a ton of new things with Trubisky, putting him in different situations. So don't worry about Trubisky's mistakes. Read this article. It will explain a lot more, but we will not know how much progress Trubisky actually made until week 1 of the regular season. And I was going to end by talking about the kickers as usual, but the kickers did not kick today. Both Elliot Fry and Eddie Pinheiro did not kick today. They had an off day, so there's nothing to talk about with the kickers. They will both be kicking August 8th against the Panthers in the first preseason game, so again, I'll be interested to see what goes down there, but no news on the kickers today. Alright, so that wraps up day 9 in training camp. If you went to training camp today, please comment down below anything that I might have missed because I did not go today and my video was kind of short, so I probably did miss something, so comment down below anything I might have missed. But like I said earlier, this series will almost be over, just a couple more episodes, so if you want me to do more series about the Chicago Bears this season, I will obviously be doing my pre-game predictions and my post-game analysis, but I might try to do something almost on a daily basis because I've been doing daily videos for the past week now, and it's been growing my channel a lot, so clearly you guys like these videos, but I will stick with the hype videos as well because that's what makes my channel kind of unique, I feel like. So stay tuned for the hype videos. Those will also be coming out, but subscribe if you're new, comment down below your opinions, and as always, bear down.